Moving on, Johanna Bleecker, Cycle Hamilton, respecting support for LRT and Bay Street by
All right. Thank you to Council for taking the time to hear my statement. I am Vice Chair of Cycle Hamilton. For those who don't know, Cycle Hamilton is a member-supported coalition of individuals, communities, and organizations that works together to promote a healthy, safe, and sustainable cycling culture in Hamilton. Cycle Hamilton is incredibly supportive of the overall vision of LRT, and we think it'll be an incredibly positive game changer for the city. The vision of developing a truly integrated and sustainable transportation network is one that we as a community need to hold high and strive towards. I also work as the Education and Community Outreach Coordinator for New Hope Community. We aim to be a learning hub for building and repairing bikes, offering safe cycling education, providing access for affordable transportation, and fostering a rich and inclusive cycling community. We are located on Main and Kenilworth, and a couple months ago we received a notice that a good chunk of the front of our shop will potentially be expropriated for LRT. Those that do not support LRT state as one of their concerns the inconvenience and potential loss of business that could accompany LRT construction. Having part of our shop expropriated will likely necessitate a move for us, though we plan to stay in the near vicinity, and will clearly be inconvenient. However, we continue to fully support LRT. We recognize that for Hamilton to become the active, sustainable city that we as a charity are working towards, we need LRT, and that to us is worth the inconvenience of expropriation. Many people in our East End neighborhood use public transit, and we get to see first and 10 lines run by our shop, frequently leaving passengers behind at stops. The speed, accessibility, and a bus system will make a huge positive as a whole. LRT will make Main Street east of the Delta a safer, more useful street, and we are excited to have LRT's presence contribute to our promotion of active transportation in the East End. Though it is not a part of today's of the environmental assessment around LRT, I also want to encourage Council and LRT staff in general to consider the integration of cycling infrastructure into the LRT when considering the Bay Street Station vote. Optimize the by my colleague before, and also the Hamilton Chamber of Commerce as well. Connected cycling network. LRT is built upon a premise of encouraging active, sustainable transportation. Let's make sure we fulfill that original vision. In sum, I speak for two major players in Hamilton's growing cycling and urge Council to move forward with implementing LRT so we can truly be a connected city. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions for Johanna? Councillor Jackson.
Thanks, Madam Deputy Mayor. Johanna, during the transit-only lane debate, I remember hearing from some of the cycling community that there was some conflict from time to time where they wanted to use the TOL, but the TOL was exclusively for the buses. So do you feel that if the LRT ever gets built, do you feel that there is a way of collaborating and building the LRT line? Because I've heard some possible challenges at King and Dundurn and places like that. Madam Deputy Mayor, through to Johanna, maybe for a comment if she could.
Johanna? Yeah. Through the chair, I think there's definitely so much opportunity for collaboration in the cycling community as a whole. The people I've talked to and the people that I represent in my two organizations, LRT and cycling can happily coexist. Of the Cycling Master Plan as passed by this Council in 2009.
Thank you, Johanna.
Thank you. Yeah.
Councillor Whitehead.
I appreciate you coming forward and the great work you're doing on the cycling and advocacy and the shift of mode of transportation. But that cities cannot be successful without LRT. So is Quebec City and Winnipeg unsuccessful cities?
I think I said.
Thank you.
I have no more speakers on the list, Johanna. Thank you for your presentation. Carl Andrus, Stinson Community Association.